Hey, Care Bear, you busy? Oh, I ain't gonna let you fuck up the chicken. I ain't gonna let you fuck up the chicken. I just kind of say I love you and hear your sweet voice. That's all.
The chicken fucked up. You late because I'm trying to barbecue. This is my first time, so I fucked that up. I had a video and everything from your brother. He gave me the video, told me everything to do, but both he forgot. Let me see, did I close it? Whatever it was I was supposed to do, I did the opposite, but we didn't mention that part on the video, so I messed it up, but it's good to hear your voice.
You gotta mess, huh?
How my brother? Tell him hi.
Oh, I will. You know where he is and what he doing, child.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, hey, that's that middle age wisdom. You be like, when it's gonna end up like it's gonna end up, don't stress yourself.
Wasting your time and energy.
Yeah, don't stress yourself. It's gonna end up like it's gonna end.
Everybody was mad. I was like, you talking about, I ain't let them fuck up my day. I know what I'm gonna do.
Right. Right, and so we just gonna see what happened after. But what's gonna be, gonna be. Oh my God, I love my brother. Oh God. Oh my Lord. Oh, the things we wish we could have had in our back pocket when we was younger. Cause I would have pulled that dumb shit. I would have been like, look here, I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. You really consider if you want to lose my services or not. It's all a blessing to be here to suffer through it.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you ain't going, but if you was, I would still be supportive anyway. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't want you to be. I tell you, I would let you know. I'm scared, but I'm glad. You know, you get your fix. You know, but I'm glad you're not. I tell you, like I tell my mama, because I'm just waiting till the day that she go back to church. But every time she tell me, not me, not yet, I'll be like, oh, I'm so glad to hear it. Lord have mercy. I was like, because I would have been cheering her on and been in the name of the Lord if that's what she chose to go. But as soon as I hear, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear it. And oh, same thing with mama when she say, because could probably be the first one to get jabbed, but his mama. She like, she from Bama. She remember the Tuskegee experiment. She's like, yeah, I don't think so. I'm like, she was like, for me, all the people getting sick after they get it, and if I have enough to deal with before I get it, to have that on top of that, she's like, I'll just go ahead and deal with what I'm dealing with without adding to it. Come on now. I'm like, that is the most sensitive. Well, you are such a smart lady, I swear. How about especially y'all? Because y'all the one go out here really feeling protected. Right. Especially from y'all.
Right.
And little do y'all know. You ain't shit.
Right. His kids might look. I ain't seen the kids.
I was gonna say, maybe there's such a thing now where single-digit age kids can just know to push a button if something go down. I don't know. Yeah, single action notification.
Still training them to have that damn device off the hip at all times.
Well, that's a wrap, sis.
I know, right?
That fight. That's a wrap. Why you worry yourself about that? The fuck you thought? Getting. Yeah, girl. It's been turned just like the demic is turning into variants. Variants of fuckery. Right. Different variants of fuckery. Over and over. Different rinse and repeat. It's whatever. It's cool. We gonna survive it for as long as we survive it till we don't no more. Bitch.
Right.
Girl, I saw because something I've been that the pandemic has driven me into is watching these old black and white movies. So they be old. Some of them be down, from the 20s even. And so I had just happened upon this one called Dr. Strangelove and Why I Love the Bomb, something like that. Something Dr. Strangelove and How I Learned to Love the Bomb, something like that. He said, matter of fact, I be like, when you learn new stuff. So I was watching the movie, I saw that James Earl Jones was in it, but he was real young. So I was like, oh man, this is that old. But it started out some weird, crazy military dude got out of hand, and he sent the never mind.
The what?
No, I decided not to say what I was gonna say, cause I'm sorry. I just.
You was just describing a movie, and you decided to not describe it, or not the way you figured you wanted to, because of whatever.
No, I just decided to not describe it because it's just a movie that's just not a reinvention. The whole point is that it's just one of those movies that's basically what's happening now from even back then. But it was, anyway. Let me see if I can shorten it, because you know how I'll do. I don't want to. I'm not trying to hold your ear a hostage, bitch. I miss you, but I'm not trying. I want you to be free.
Listen, I have seen, every time I said it on my little video years ago, when I think of invasion of the body snatchers.
Yeah, things like that.
Don't see it happening, but
yeah.
it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
I just said the eye, because if from a comedic thing if it got an eye on it. But it's definitely, if it's technology, it don't have to be no iPhone. It ain't got to be a Mac product.
It's literally and figuratively.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's literally.
Eye on you, and it won't. You know, I remember we used to sit up and compare conspiracy theories about every little thing they did.
And here it is.
Even every single.
Here it is.
And there's more.
Yeah. And there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
We got more shit for you. You should hear these motherfuckers flying all over to the left. Whenever I sit down with you, you gonna say, big.
Yeah. Not sarcastically, but like, you know, this motherfucker. And we were kind of exaggerating, but at this stage, it's not an exaggeration from what we were discussing then. Like, even now, we kind of say something exaggeratedly, but wait 5 years.
Gee, 5 minutes.
Right?
It take no 5 years no more. They have definitely perfected the speed level of upping it, taking it to that next level for real.
Because sometimes, they do. They do.
Like, they know what you like.
Because 5 motherfuckers can't do it. It got to be a collective effort. And when I tell you cognitive dissonance is a hell of a drug, they can't. It's like like how do you fight through it when you don't even literally have the capacity? You were born to not have you actually have it, but you were born to in your mind not to have it. So if you don't, how you going? So I be at the stage. Yeah. That's the beauty of brainwash. Girl.
You ain't gonna never change that.
Never, because it's the masses, and I don't even waste my breath no more. And I'm not even mad about it. Girl. I just entertain myself with them at this stage, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, that's real to them. So whatever works. And it's the same thing I feel like with the jab. Like if even the people who maybe are convinced that it'll help them until it don't. But anyway, that are convinced, maybe my own mind is more powerful than they realize. That's how smart they are, that they are too dumb to realize how smart they are. And the power of their own mind believing that shit actually protects their ass. But it don't stop them from transmitting. That's the little part that they miss, because they selfish fucks don't give a fuck. But anyway, it's gonna be what it is. And I'm with it. I'm with all the shits. I'm riding these last hopefully a decade or so. Hopefully. Unless it get too damn bad that I just don't even want to be on this earth with these motherfuckers no more. Which I suspect that I was given a second chance on this motherfucker for some reason. We're going to see what it is. I want to go ahead and stick around and see. But it's pretty fucking bad. I'll tell you that much. And that shit worldwide. Run if you want to.
Exactly. Did you just see on the news today? I mean, they've been talking about it for the last couple weeks, but today I saw a category.
I was going to say, girl, this is textbook. Girl.
What was y'all expecting? Seriously, though. But for them to tell y'all something? Seriously?
The girl, that's next.
Gonna tell shit, no way.
It's like they said in they show that I didn't watch, but I knew that they said it's above that people pay grade. It's above their pay grade. Why they even trying to figure that out? Again, why you even trying to figure that out? You ain't gonna be at the boardroom with the 5 families that's in there. It ain't gonna happen. So why don't be looking at answers and shit? I'm like, really, all the stuff that's set aside for us. When you get through boiling it, reserving it down to the sauce, that ain't even run by us, or we don't benefit at the end of the day, so whatever, it's cool. They got everything on lock. Everybody, they celebrating the Chauvin. I'm like, they get ready. They had to spend the time to figure out which one of his family can go with him to the racist resort. I say they sent him to the racist resort. So that's where they go when they done made the people think that they really did prison time, or they died in prison, but they be at the racist island where they get to go down there and rape kids and shit. They get to
community.
Girl, yep, all the people that carried out the lynching assignment, but they had to make it look like they paying dues. They all at the island. I promise you, they're heroes. They're heroes. They living martyrs over there. Yeah, them motherfuckers over at the racist resort, honey. Over there with Amber. She over there right now at the Epstein. Y'all thought he died in prison. He running that bitch with his girlfriend. the girlfriend that was
his girlfriend.
Yeah, right. I'm talking about that chick that was supposedly helping him. She was,
right, the recruiter.
Yeah, the recruiter. She done went over there and she done set up the office. That bitch set the office up already over there. Shit. Got VIP members and shit over there. And half of y'all kids that y'all turn your back and they got snatched are over there. They're just missing. They out here snatching the damn. I told you they was on back order after the schools was out. The school, school. They was homeschooling. I'm like, oh shit, people better watch their kids because they don't have nowhere to snatch the kids from no more. They gonna get them right at the mall, at the end of your arm. Now they don't give a fuck. They gonna snatch your kid right in front of you. And if missing kids didn't go up, bitch. I'm like, it ain't funny, but I don't know what to do. I learned in this era that. I know it's been real, but laughing to keep from crying is a real shit. It's some real shit. Because I just can't even tell you. The more they're unable to disprove it, and the more that you're okay with that, because you can be like, okay, they just get madder. It's like, you madder than a... Okay, you was mad. That
tells us that deep down inside.
They know. They fucking know. They just chose to sheeple along, and they mad at themselves for doing it. And they mad at us for being free enough to even just present a question like, but just entertain this, maybe. Just maybe. And they even mad. I have seen people say, ask me something, and I'd be like, and I realize, I have to pay attention to how they receive it. And they might say, no, but because such and such and such. And I'll be like, well, I can see how you could, I can see how.
And you might be right about
you might be right.
You don't want my motherfucking opinion.
That you don't, right. And they get, girl, then they take it as you being patronizing and condescending in. Really? Because I'm okay with what, and matter of fact, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. They mad, I'm condescending now. But when I told you what I thought, you immediately shot it down, so. What is that? How is that conversation supposed to go for you to be comfortable? Because I don't know, I don't know what to say now. If I disagree, I'm a conspiracy theorist. If I agree, I'm being shady. I don't know what to do. The truth ain't what you want, bitch. Just let's admit it. The truth ain't what you want. And it's okay. Because really, if I really think about it, really, a mind that has been fully indoctrinated and colonized, for them to really wake up and see what's really going on, can you imagine the trauma that they'll experience?
Girl, exactly. So it's
probably better.
And we should be grateful that they're being
because they're not strong enough.
They have, or whatever it is.
Because that would fuck them up, literally.
That'll shock them motherfuckers into a condition.
It will. A legitimate clinical condition.
It could very likely shock them into a condition. So be careful.
Yeah.
Right. They don't need to know.
Shit.
They don't need to know.
Sure
so
don't.
you have to accept and receive that as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? People don't need to know. So I just back. But I'm learning. That's for real. Like, that's that old school wisdom.
I hear it. Yeah, I hear it in you too as well.
You learn, it's like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
I know nothing that does nothing except paint the beautiful energy I feel at the moment.
I told you I feel every inkling of atom of the meaning of when we now, because now it's us telling other people when elders said just keep on living, because they didn't feel like wasting their breath to explain it to you. They'd be like, well, such and such and such and such, and then the person be like, no, such and such and such, and then the wise person just say, just keep on living. Just keep on living. You either gonna learn or you're not. Them the only two options.
It's possible you're gonna die.
And they still ain't learned.
You either gonna learn or die.
Yeah.
So it was a 50-50 chance of me fucking it up, and I did.
Well, however it wound up, it was your first time. Don't be hard on your damn self. Oh, let me stick this in there while it's fresh. So yesterday I went to the doctor because he been but I am glad he's the way he is, because it's gonna keep us proactive with our wellness. But he got some, I think they was just a little mosquito bite. But to be fair, he, like you, is very familiar with his body. He know when something's not right. So he got these little bites, on his side, on his stomach, on the side. We tried to figure out what happened, and I told him, I was like, well, that was the day you took the garbage. We started keeping the garbage outside in the back. And I was like, well, that was garbage day, so you took the garbage back there. But he was thinking maybe they were like scabies, which I don't know exactly what it is. But because it was like a sequence of bites, he thought a bug could have got in and burrowed and kept biting him, on the way to his stomach or whatever. And so, and it did welt up. And in fact, he started putting everything. He even put turpentine on it. He started putting every goddamn. He found out what real tea tree oil is, because he was like, oh, that ain't tea tree oil like turpentine. He's like, well, shit, let me try turpentine. So he finally got that bitch to go down though. But anyway, I'm like, I was very concerned, but I didn't want him to be so concerned that it would make him stress sick. on top of it, and then he really be worried, and then he go to next level, which he actually ended up doing. He went to shingles, but anyway, I won't go there just now because I'm on my way. So he it all healed up and it was fine and everything, but he was still worried. So he was like, well, I'm gonna make an appointment, and another one came on the other side, but it wasn't as bad. It was just it looked like, between me and you, that looked like an actual mosquito bite, and I'm like, he just concerned because of the other side. Now he think it's the other. He think it's moving, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna let him go through this, right? So he doing all this research, finding out how he gonna die of this mosquito bite. And I'm like, but I'm glad, because in the process he's also learning about the different viral situations and the jabs and what they entail and what they can cause, and so that's giving me added information as well. So anyway, he saw the doctor yesterday, and this is when the second one it's done cleared up, but you know, he wanted to be sure. But before he went to the doctor, you know your brother, he went and had a whole shitload of blood tests done, his blood work done himself, so he would know his levels. Because I told you, we're not using the doctors for what America wants us to. We're using the doctors to get tests done, and we can check out our levels of things and do our research and decide how, if we want to proceed as they recommend, or how we want to use cannabis, you know. So so he had these tests, a bunch of blood work done, and then he made an appointment to go see her. Well, already she mad because he went and got blood work done. Right. And I'm like, oh well, I'm glad he did, because this means that maybe she would have read something, came up with some levels where he need to get jabbed. You know, oh, you got this low, so, you know, you probably should be vaccinated in order to, you know, whatever. No, bitch. He already got his levels. He know what's too much or too whatever. So, it was one particular thing that was super high. But he did some research, and other people had that experience too. And so, but he started getting concerned that he had shingles. And I'm like, bruh, you would be in so much pain. But I think his logic is, well, what if the cannabis been keeping it at bay, and I do have shingles? So he started worrying about that, because I don't know if he had chicken pox when he was young. So anyway, my thing is,
it's treatable though, right?
Yeah, no, he don't have no shingles, girl. I promise you. So yeah, so anyway, she asked him, she's like, ask him if he been jabbed. He said no. This is what I was really trying to get at, girl. He said no, and she's like, she said, well, do you want to tell me why? She's like, go ahead, talk to me. When a doctor starts,
asked him what, and he said no.
Has he been jabbed? I just don't say the word. Yeah, I just, you know, I avoid saying the word if I can. I'm still trying to, you know, duck and move a little bit. Yes, okay, you know, you already know. Okay, so, yeah, I got a little slick to dual languages for shit. Anyway, so,
Me too.
Yeah. So he said, she asked if he'd been jabbed, and he said no, and she's like, well, do you, I could just see her right now. Well, do you mind telling me why? Go ahead, talk to me, be honest. And so, listen, you know your brother's pretty much a medical and science on the matter at this stage, right? And so she's like, he told her, you know, he wants to be safe, and he's like, you know, he doesn't want to make, you know, cause his body any problem on top of any issues he may already have that may be dormant for all he knows. They went back and forth. Apparently, it got slightly heated because she got aggressive as fuck, right? She thinking that he should get the jab. And he was like, well, I don't know why you keep talking. He's like, at one point, he was like, he's like, you're not going to change my mind. And I'm not going to. And he's like, well, I just can't even imagine. And like, because he already makes him mad that people would risk their whole ass life for a chicken sandwich. Like, you think you can pressure me to risk my life. And then when something goes wrong, are you going to be there? What, you going to pay for the funeral?
They're going to be saying, well, you know, everything ain't always
right, 100%. And you know what he said? That did come up. You know what he said? I don't want to be the 1%. How about that?
That's right.
Girl, I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking right now. I'm so mad because we fuck around and found out. Oh, but okay, let me go here because this ain't gonna be long because I don't know much about it as he do anyway. So she's like, well, do you know what the vaccine is? This nigga ran down Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, Moderna, all of the antibodies, the spike proteins that attach to the different cells. This nigga ran it down, and she wasn't shit she could say. Like, okay, well, you know how to do. Oh. But if he didn't, and that's how he chose to protect himself, what the whole ass fuck? And he's like, and he just it made him mad thinking about all the people that are weak-minded because we're trained to trust doctors like that would let the doctor pressure them. Right. And then something fucking happened. Good bitch, they got a girl that went to Bolingbrook High that supposedly, you know, she was perfectly healthy. She was like, I don't want to put this on nobody, but I'm going to do it between me and you. I hate that she was ever born to them two motherfuckers that raised her. Because, bitch, even the slowest of motherfuckers was looking at their interview, and people was like, people that just lost a perfectly healthy daughter to COVID don't act like this. And so, but anyway, I was like, these fucking agents right here. I want to punch her in the motherfucking throat. But anyway, so they had the interview with the procreators about losing their daughter. And, you know, they wanted to, because I was like, watch, they're going to start really making big headlines about unvaccinated people dying of COVID. Watch. And I was like, so I would hate to even go into the hospital with COVID and they know that I consciously didn't want to be vaccinated, because I don't feel like they're going to take care of you, because they want to say an unvaccinated person died of COVID. The whole news media, the way they present it, you know, I pay attention to the journalists now, because they all the same motherfuckers. So they literally word for word say the same shit. But anyway, I was like, you know what, fuck them and fuck her procreators and fuck this whole shit. And I hate it because it wasn't nothing that could be done. It wasn't nothing that could be done. That's their child. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what did they pay them? Did they buy her organs? What the fuck is going on in this motherfucking situation? And so, bitch, you know, yesterday, the World Health Organization decided they changed their mind. And guess what? We moved too fast. Don't vaccinate children under 12. You heard about that?
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So right after they said, okay, vaccinate your kids, they came back yesterday.
Right.
And a whole bunch of people don't know it. It didn't make no big headlines. But look at the World Health Organization yesterday was like, this is like 2 days after they said vaccinate the kids. Like, not so fast on the kids, right? Look at each other like, oh, so what about the people that jumped to it? Was like, oh, okay, let me hurry up and get my kids. They kids. How they supposed to feel right now? So they said no kids again, right? So I was like, yo, just for them to change their mind overnight like that and to quickly victim. Oh, no. This, here it go. This is what it was. It was this bitch's procreator. This bitch's procreators, ho. This bitch's procreators. Okay. So.
How old was she, the baby?
14, I think. Yeah, she's 14. She was young. They keep showing the same picture of her in her little jersey. I don't know if it's basketball or whatever, jersey, whatever. And so I started listening for people that said they was in class with the girl. That made me start listening to this story. And I'm like, this sound like they finna use these motherfuckers, finna start really pushing this to black people. That's what I feel like. And so, yes.
Oh, damn.
I know. That's why I want to throat punch the procreators.
That's a shocker there.
Bitch, it ain't over. You ain't heard nothing.
I said, y'all go ahead and make y'all baby a sacrificial.
Yes, bitch. And listen, you ain't heard nothing yet, bitch. Okay, so yesterday was the day that the World Health Organization put out the notice that said, okay, guess what? We moved too fast. Don't vaccinate the kids after all. Fucking don't. And I'm like, you know what? A bunch of kids must have dropped real fast for them to do that shit, right? So yesterday was when I heard this came out from the WHO, the World Health Organization. It's yesterday and the day before and the day after and today, bitch. This bitch and her husband got a motherfucking commercial, bitch, and I can send it to you because I recorded it yesterday. Yes, and then she specifically says at the end of that hoe, so if I could have changed anything, I would have had her fucking jab, and we want to really, really be, you know, plead with me, looking at her husband, make sure she's saying the right lines. She's like, I really, really think that the community should go. Black people, she specifically.
Oh, no.
I swear to God, I'm going to send you this hoe right now, because I recorded it yesterday, because listen, I recorded it yesterday because they played it, I'm telling you, they played it all day long between 3 different movies, white and black, and I was so furious, and I was like, they playing this shit like they didn't just put out the notice that you're not supposed to jab the kid no more. I was like, they putting this out like that didn't just happen, and I was like, and they aiming it at us. I'm so fucking mad, and I really want bad things to happen to this couple of humans right here. I can't even believe how much could they have paid them. I just need to know. And even if you, like, I went to a YouTube to look it up, right? It's only like, it's a handful of videos. It'll come up immediately, right? Because
maybe they in shock. Maybe the grief of losing her, the shock of losing her. Usually there I am, but I can't help it. It's like, bitch,
I'm gonna send you the commercial. Mine didn't either. But I was like, even sheeple people was in the comments like, this ain't no normal response for people whose daughter love and this, and I'm not even talking about the commercial now. I don't even know who else, because look, you know how the internet do, right? So it was several videos about the news covering the story, right? But that's the reason why I recorded the commercial, because I was like, this seemed like a commercial, especially with the World Health Organization saying what they just said. I said, I bet you they act like this commercial did never exist in another week. They act like they didn't do this. So I said, I'm gonna record it. So I recorded a couple of times on my damn phone. Yes, I did. And I went to YouTube to look for it. What commercial ain't on YouTube? I done did little shoe commercials that was I was able to find on YouDamn Tube. You know, you can't say cause you know your damn empath brother just like you. He said yeah, but he was like, yeah, but it's just a local commercial. Maybe it's just around here. And I'm like, nigga, every commercial is on YouTube. It can be a commercial you and your best friend made when you was 12. It's on YouTube. So anyway, it ain't nowhere on YouTube, and they played that sucker, and they still playing that sucker. I'm surprised it ain't came on while we talking now, but I'm not looking at the TV. It's just on in the background. But I bet you it done came on while we talking.
I need to see that.
I'm finna send that hoe to you right now, because I told you yesterday. Because I said, you know what, I'm going to have this.
Serious, though? What kind of...
Bitch.
I mean, I hear you, but like I said, my own mind don't want to let me. I'm thinking maybe, you know, and I know the truth, but I don't want to.
I know. Girl, this is share worthy because it ain't gonna, they gonna act like it didn't happen. This thing better not be gone. I just emptied my phone, but I said I just emptied my, I would have just emptied my phone and my pictures, but it better not be gone. Even if it is, I'll just record it from on the because I know I recorded it.
And they still playing it all day?
Oh, I don't know about today because I've been cleaning up and doing other stuff, so I haven't been looking at the TV, but it has been on. But as of yesterday, so it might, I would imagine that they still been playing it today. I just haven't been watching TV today.
What channel network do you remember seeing it on? Is it a local channel, local show sponsored?
Let me see if this is one. I'm looking at one. This said VH1. Oh yeah, because it was in the middle of Forrest Gump.
Because it was what?
When Forrest Gump was playing.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm with you. Why is it not on YouTube?
Yep, here the hoe is. Oh shit, here it go. I knew it. I know I ain't crazy. Well, you know, not all the way.
Right, like not certified. Jeez. I mean, you know, there's been opinions, there's been
right
experiences. You know, you just happen to see this commercial.
What do you mean happen to see it? I'm telling you, it played all day long and all night long.
So how long ago did the baby pass?
Like 2 motherfucking weeks ago or some shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's why I was so mad. I was like, I looked at Aaron, I was just hollering at that point. I was like, when the fuck did they have time to record this motherfucking commercial? Tell me when they shot this bitch. Tell me when they shot this bitch. Because I'm upset right now. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. Because even when they first broke the story, I was like, they had just told everybody to get the kids shot up. Then this girl with no previous issues, all of a sudden she wasn't sick, nothing. And her mother was, when they showed the interview before the first, you know, when they first released the story, she was saying how her and her husband was sitting there and she was saying how, bitch, I'm finna get mad. Because they were sitting in a little raggedy room, and she was saying, yeah, she was trying to sound typical, you know, she was fine, and then she said she had a headache, and her, you know, she wasn't feeling good, and this and that. And she was explaining the process of how she gradually got sick, and she got worse, and then next thing you know, I think 2 days later after she supposedly contracted it, she was dead. Like 2 days, bitch, or some shit. And so then when we heard she was gone, then I'm like, what's with these people? And then I started looking at comments, and even regular sheep people was like, I was like, okay, no. I'm not gonna, I did what you did. I said, my mind wouldn't let me do this. Because they black and they Bolingbrook, they look like them. I was like, my mind wouldn't let me do it. But when I saw them start playing them commercials, right after I heard about the story, I'm like, what the fuck? I just heard she was dead. And then she only died like 2 days after she got it. How the fuck is there a fucking commercial and a PSA to black people? Did you get it?
That is crazy.
When you look at the news interviews they had with them when she passed away, that's gonna let you know something ain't right. But when I start seeing these commercials, because I just started seeing these commercials this week, like I said, and I was like, you know what, this world, okay, you just give me all the smoke. I'm gonna chill and let y'all do what you do. I'm gonna just, cause ain't nothing okay, cool.
Right, cause you know they ain't sense in getting, you know.
Yeah.
You can do nothing about it. It's people like that, but I don't even believe it. I believe you, but I'm
So check it. I don't know if it was an aimed attack with them controlling the weather and shit or not, but so you heard the tornado hit us, right?
Heard what?
The tornado hit us, right? Sunday.
Oh yeah, they told me I was talking to her yesterday, and she was telling me 3 touchdowns. She talking about I'm talking about they ain't like when we was kids out in DuPage County.
They went to the burbs.
She like they was fucking up houses. We was looking.
Bitch,
like, damn,
the houses that got leveled, 4 houses from his mom.
Damn.
Yeah, when they called us, we was in the basement, And so we was actually looking on our cameras, our house cameras. We was watching the hell go down, right? And so they had called us. And so, because it was all out of breath. And thank God it was laughable because they was right there. You know, they did have she did send us a picture of the tree right across from her. And the tree between her house and the neighborhood was, God came up and just folded the tree up with about a foot of dirt underneath. Just folded the tree up. She said they was, you know, she's like, oh, it's like a bomb hit. And her and the neighbor was walking down the street. And they said people's whole side of their house didn't exist no more. And so we were like, you know, y'all okay? Girl, bitch. They fountain in the front yard didn't so much as move. I'm like, oh, y'all got skipped the fuck. Oh, she was like, it was a house diagonal across the street. That was a house that we actually saw catch fire one time. But anyway, she was like, that they don't have a chimney no more. Like, it just the chimney. Gone.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girl. So, yeah, she had said she was like 4 houses down. She's like, it's about 4 houses in a row. Gone. She's like, right. She's like, they gone. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, she had said she felt so important, right? Because you know how older women are. So she said they got to knock on the door. Of course, it was a sheriff come by. And so she said she thought they was just there to, you know, make sure everything okay for everybody. You know what I mean? And so she was like, is this? And so they said, okay, well, we were sent by, and it's a guy that, see, you gotta keep a couple colonizers in your back pocket. So, so he was like, and it's a guy that Daddy worked for his whole young life. You know, when he first got started, before he got his own wrought iron business, he worked for this white guy. And he would take in the neighborhood boys to work with him sometimes to help him clean the floors and stuff. But this white guy had always looked out for them. He was at the anniversary celebration parties and different things like that. But so she said, yeah. So the sheriff told them, yeah, Mr. told us to come by and check on y'all and make sure y'all was okay. She was like, oh, I feel special. So I was like, that's sweet. The master thought about you. You was good. You've been good. So, yes. But no, that was very, very thoughtful of him. Because who would have thought that? A whole ass tornado come through and say, nope, I'm going to need you to go check on this black family. Make sure they good. Make sure they good. So, but yeah. They got hit, you know, obviously directly. And when they was on, I wanted to post some clips from the news, but it had their street name on it. Because that's where that's where it hit. So I was like, oh my God. She had me cracking up again. Glad we could laugh about it. She talking about, she's like, yeah. She's like, I was praising. She's like, I was speaking in tongues. She's like, I ain't never spoken tongues. She said she started speaking. She's like, they heard a pipe. She's like, and she said the lights flickered once. She's like, and they flickered again. It was like, we better get in the basement. I was like, yeah, y'all better ride out, because you know they still got the lift for her dad, so they ride it down the stairs sometimes. So I said, y'all better ride out to the basement, honey. But because it's stepping up, I can't never, you know, I always give her credit these days. She's really beautiful to me. I would have never thought that she would have even woke up a little bit, and she kind of did. I attribute it to not continuing to go to church every day of the week and you know, because I don't care how, especially if your mind already weak. And also that combined with the major loss of her husband, that also shook her into reality. Right.
You know, give them a chance. Be cautious. Be cautiously optimistic.
Right. And if they live down to your expectations, okay. But until they do, if they seem to be really changing, and you can tell people act like they are. Oh, I don't know if they just. You can tell by what they don't say and what they follow up with. You can tell. You know, I've been over it, but I'm even more over people acting like they don't know what the fuck. I'm like, y'all gonna have this debate like y'all don't know. All y'all know what the fuck. And you know where nobody know what the fuck. You know when you don't know what the fuck. So what the fuck? Right? Chill. You know. You gonna do a tour, or you gonna do a few shows? You know what's good about it? In this post era, you ain't really gotta be worried about be too swarmed after your shows no more.
I ain't gonna be swarmed at all, because I'm gonna have it clear that nobody is to be back there in that green room.
There you go. Yeah. And plus, you know, don't nobody know nothing. The way these narratives seesaw, bitch. Girl, yeah, look, I've seen them trying to push the narrative that unvaccinated people are in danger for this Delta variant. Bitch, the reality is, I told you, the reality is, I'm like, y'all might want to go back and read that data, because the reality is, and I know way too much about this shit at this point, I'm annoying myself. I was like, but the people who are jabbed, and also the people who previously had it, are the ones who are in danger of the Delta variant, because it thrives on the antibodies that are created from having already had it or gotten it through the jab. So actually, the opposite of that is true, and the more susceptible to it are people that have been jabbed and people that had it and recovered from it. So you're welcome. But enjoy. Good try to villainize us, though, for protecting ourselves by not walking into that experiment. And y'all still trying, I'm like, y'all still trying to fight for that. Even after y'all done heard that y'all, the Pfizer people, y'all gonna need a third one now after 12 months. Ain't that when you supposed to be getting your other one for the next year? So which one you gonna have to get? Your third one? Or is that gonna be the first one for the next year? Now make up your mind. Now you gotta figure out, you do that math, right? Oh, girl, it just don't even make sense. But I like to play with the math. Just to see people flinch. They be doubling down on the stuff that matters, that makes the least sense, too. But I give a motherfucker congratulations in advance. Congratulations in advance. You gonna make it. You want whatever you want. You gonna make it. Whatever you really want. Let me be clear. Because you might say you want some shit, but we can all see what you really want. But you gonna get what you really want. So, congratulations.
Make your mouth say anything.
Right.
That's what they used to say at the pool.
For real,
you
for
can
real.
Make your mouth say anything.
For real.
That money up.
Go watch it, because I'm finna wrap up and go try to come down from it. It's been a wild month or two. So I need to
tell my brother I said hi. I'm so glad his mom and them got escaped the bullshit.
Oh my God. Oh, I mean,
it's in this world at this point though.
Girl,
it's coming into your neighborhood like gangsters now, like.
Girl, bitch, I remember a few years ago I was like, live life, y'all, and live life. And I literally said word for word. I was like, because you never know at which point you look in your own backyard and you see smoke billowing, and it's not the good kind. Yeah, y'all like, you think you can only imagine this in Beirut and Palestine. I was like, I know y'all don't see it coming. I was like, but live your best life, because in one day you could wake up and look across the back, not the ocean, the backyard, bitch.
You know, your brother got me scared to death right now of the damn mosquitoes, because you know they
the engineered ass mosquitoes, right? Right. Girl, I was scared to joke with him about that. I told you how he thought he had damn shingles, and I'm like, them ain't nothing but them. I was like, I don't never get bit by, I be gardening every year, never get attacked like by mosquitoes. Girl, about 11 of them. I was like, oh, that's how they gonna get me. They know I ain't getting jabbed, so they just, oh, okay.